Alright, how's it going, everybody? Damien back at Blue Collar. Sorry for not posting for a little bit. I went to Rocklahoma, which is a rock fest in Oklahoma. But it was about, I don't know, 3-4 days. And obviously before and after I wasn't videoing. So now, after I think around 2 weeks, I'm going to start videoing. And it'll probably be a little bit longer for you guys to see this. But I come back home, and wouldn't you believe it, there's 2 flats on the rear tires. So I think my plan is here. I've taken apart these tires and tried to fix the bead a few times. Now I'm gonna check to make sure I didn't pick up any nails or anything like that in the yard. But I think what I'm gonna do is, if I don't come into any like nails or anything like that, puncture holes in the tire or whatever, I'm going to put some of that slime. There's a green slime in it that'll, go around the tire. You're supposed to drive it around, but I think I'm going to put that in it and see if I can get those small, fine leaks to stop around the bead, and hopefully they'll stay up. But my plan here today is I want to take the wheels off, get the brake housing off, because it's drum brakes. You're going to take the rear drum off. And I want to get the wheels cylinders taken care of, because they're leaking. I don't have any brakes. And I bought a rebuild kit, so hopefully I can take those off of there and get a rebuild kit for them and take them apart, put them all back together, show you guys the process. But for right now, what I need to do is air up these 2 rear tires. I need to get it around the shop and get it up on jack stands so I can take the tires off and get to those brakes. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think we could get out here and get straight to work. This is a little different than normal. Normally I'm not just sitting in here in the shop, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's get to work. Tired of sitting around. Alright, so here's what I came back to after Rocklahoma. I'll take you around. So we got the first tire there. Now, if you remember, I don't know if I showed it or not, I just took that tire off, redid the bead on it, and it stayed up for 3 days and went dead. So I think I might have picked something up in this tire, because this one stayed up for the whole time it was down, all the way down there. It stayed up the whole time. And then out of nowhere, as soon as I drive it up here, it goes flat. So what I'm going to do is air these up. I'm going to take this truck and move it to right there underneath a little bit of shade that we got, and get the jacking it up and putting it on stands, stuff like that. But that's what we're working with today. I just need to air them up, and the wheel cylinders behind them I need to take a look at. So let me get this thing moved. I got this tripod here, so hopefully I can set it up. I'm thinking maybe I can set it up back here somewhere so you can see me drive it. Now I gotta remember, I ain't got no brakes, so if I run into something, it's bound to happen. That's what I'm telling you. Anyways, let me get this thing set up where I think it's good, and I'll get to moving this truck after I air up these tires quick, and we'll get right back into the real bread and butter of the operation. Well, that didn't go very good the first time, did it? No. I guess I'm gonna have to put a bigger block there. I came in a little faster than I thought. Eh, we'll try it again. Wish I could move this gazebo. That thing was pretty crazy to go underneath. Anyways, I'm gonna put some cinder blocks here and try it again. Hopefully it'll stop me this time. Alright, well hopefully this time we'll stop, okay? No promises though. Perfect! Crash landing successful. That scared me a lot actually. Thank God for cinder blocks. Let's look what happened. Slammed it into a cinder block. But, what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? Sorry, let me mess with this thing a little bit. It's this one. See? It's not horrible. I stopped, so that's good. Not stopping wasn't fun, I can tell you that. I didn't know where I was going to go. Because you got hills everywhere. But anyways, we stopped. Wonderful. I'm going to get this thing blocked up in the front so we won't be rolling anywhere else. And let's get those tires taken off, yeah? Be right back. Okay, just so you guys know, this is what I'm fighting with right now. It's not really a fight, I'm just here to show you. I'm going to jack one side up at a time, but I got to put jack stand in there, but jack stand's like the sink in the dirt. So I'm trying to use a bar. Bar's going to get in the way, so I don't know, we're going to have to figure it out. Anyways, I just want to show you guys this. Sometimes I don't think I show you guys enough of what I'm actually doing. It's more just afterwards, so anyways. And I know that's not really a big deal, but what I wanted to show you is, you see how this looks like a real bright rust and that's real dark? Well, the reason that is discolored is because there's some sort of liquid on them. Even more so on this side as well. But basically, that means there's a leak, which more so in drum brakes, right? Because they're the ones that have it, is a leaking wheel cylinder, right? But there could be other things failing, like the line up there and stuff. But you can see these lines, even though they might look old, they're not leaking. My plan is here to really try to save this brake line and just try to rebuild the cylinder, maybe while it's still on there so I don't have to take it off. But we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we need to take these wheels off. I think I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to video it for you guys. Basically the wheel comes off and then this little brake dust shield housing, whatever you want to call it, for the drum brakes, it'll come off too, and then you guys will see everything underneath it, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be rebuilding. Anyways, before I get too crazy with it, I need to get a spray bottle out here and see if I can, I need to take this out of gear, but I need to see if I can figure out where the leaks come from. Most of the time, it's coming from around the bead, but this is one that is the one that I'm worried about. It's pretty weather rotted, and I might have picked up a nail or something. Let me do that real quick. I'll show you guys when I find out where it's at and how to, you know, look for it and stuff. And then, yeah, we'll get to taking the wheels off. So I'll be back. I gotta go get some soapy water. Alright, listen now. You guys hear that? Now, you don't have to sit here and do all this craziness. You can take it to a tire shop. They'll give you a new one. They'll do all that stuff. You don't have to use purple power. It's what I got. Pretty expensive, to be honest, but I didn't have another spray bottle either. So, what I'm going to do is, obviously you make sure this has air in it. Okay? It's got air in it. I just put air in it. We know that. So now what we're going to do is take the spray bottle and spray around the bead You can spray here. See all these bubbles? Look, instantly. See all that? That's air coming out of there, alright? And it's coming out of here and there and all sorts of places. You can spray the inside of your valve stem. It ain't gonna hurt it. Make sure it's not leaking. If it was leaking, it would just be blowing out air bubbles just like that. This is probably, for your guys' sake, not necessarily mine, but the best thing to show you guys what's happening here. I can't see on my phone, which makes this a lot harder. But you can see all those air bubbles coming out of there. I'll spray it again for you. See all that? That just means it's leaking around the bead, alright? And I've cleaned the bead on these tires 15,000 times. And nothing is stopping these guys from leaking. It's either the tire or the wheel. My best guess is the wheel, just simply because of the way that I got it, how old it was, and how it was setting out real bad. But I'm hoping the way that I could fix this is use some of that green slime. You can get it from Walmart and stuff. Most of the time people don't like it. Okay, I'll give it to them. I don't necessarily care for it either, but I can't get them to seal, and these tires, as weather rotted as they are, aren't leaking anywhere else. Okay, and they're just not. I can't get the bead to seal. So what I'm gonna do, now this will be later, because when you put this green slime in here, you have to rotate it. You're supposed to drive it. I'm not going to be able to drive it, okay? But I'm going to have to rotate it. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I might put it in gear and just let it do its thing. Now, I think only the driver's side spins. So we're going to have to address that as well. I can't see nothing out of this thing. Can you guys see? I hope so. Anyways, that's enough of staring at this crap. I already know what it is. It's just a freaking bead again. I'm going to pop this tire off and the other tire and get the I'm not taking the brake shoes off or nothing. I actually think they're fine. I will have to clean all this stuff, of course. But let me go get the impact, and we'll take this tire off over here and pop that brake housing off. See what we can get ourselves into. Let's see if we can fix this wheel cylinder. Alright, for anybody following along here, this is a 3/4. Remember, these tighten, they're left-handed thread, okay? Left is right, right is left. It's all backwards, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get this off here. Throw it off, get it out. NASCAR, okay? That's all it is. It sucks to do this after I painted these wheels, but what good's paint if it don't work right, you know? So, anyways, pull this off here. Get up there. I'm gonna put these under here, so if it falls on my fancy tire. Actually, don't let me forget where those are, okay? Because I will, and then I'll be upset. Now, I've taken this one off before, but we're going to have to go get a hammer and some pry bar or something. I'll be right back. We'll get this off here real quick. Okay, we're back. Let's see if we can get this. Be careful, last time I did this, there was a spider in here. And I don't necessarily mind them. I just don't care for them being on me. You know what I mean? easier the second time, but no. I think these try to work. Anyways, here's it off. It looks horrible. Let me grab my phone real quick and I'll bring you guys in for a closer look. Perfect. Okay, here's what we're dealing with. We got inside of the housing, which is like a rotor almost. I don't see any crazy scoring or anything like that. Maybe a little here. But we're going to do the right thing and pretend we didn't see it. These pads, they're not horrible. They're just gummed up. Here is what I think's leaking. Right there. But it's really too early to tell. Ooh, hey. It might not actually be that. It could be this axle piece. See that right there? How it's all wet in there. The dry up top. Wet down here. Maybe. But I don't know. I have a tool for this, but for right now, I just want to step back and take a look and see what's going on. So let me do a little bit of looking here. Looks a bit too... Someone want to explain this to me? Can you see that in there? I'm pulling on that. You see it? That's got to be okay, right? No, probably not. We're gonna pretend we didn't see it. Yeah, let me put this down, do a little looking. I'll probably wind up taking some of this apart. On the other side, I want to leave it mostly intact, just in case when I put this stuff back together, I'm gonna have to look back on the other side to see how it is, but I think we'll be okay. I got a video to show me. Alright, watch that. I'm gonna hit the e-brake real quick. Tell me if it moves. We got movage. I hear something moving. Wonder if it's only... No, because the cable's right there. Let me take a look at this. Alright, so I just tested the parking brake, and it seemed to move. I'm going to hit the pedal, and I want you guys to tell me if you see anything. I don't know. I'm going to have to stop and look at it myself. Just yell at me. For the love of God, I'm going to hit it, okay? Thank you for watching. Well, what'd you see? Nothing, probably. All I can hear is in the master cylinder. Alright. So you guys know when you have a project and it goes from okay to, well, I could fix that a few times, to, oh my goodness, this was a horrible idea. I wouldn't say it was a horrible idea, but it went from bad to worse pretty quick. Now, I was right. This that's leaking is not that wheel cylinder. It's actually coming out of the axle here. And to take this apart, you can't just take the bolt off and move a plate and get to everything. You gotta come up here and you gotta take the whole end of this drive shaft down, and then around the front are all these bolts. And then you got to take the whole front of it off and then pull everything out, which might not be too bad, but the thing of it is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish this with the amount of money that I got. That's a big job right there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford this shit. But here's this side. Take a good look at it. I'm going to leave it here for a second. Just Take it all in. Okay. Now, over here to this side. I pulled this one off because I was going to take it apart and see some stuff. But I think somebody took it apart for me. Now I think what happened here is I'm no electrical, geometrical engineer or nothing. Do you see this keeper right here? That keeps that pad from moving around. It'll move a little bit, it's on a spring. But you see what this one's missing? The keeper. And this thing is tore up. It's been bent out of shape and beat around, and this has got some scarring in here, and all the pieces fell out when I took it off. So, I believe our biggest concern is actually this leak on either side, and it's coming from that axle. And now I'm worried about how much diff fluid I have in there because of that. So I'm hoping, I'm going to go ahead and tear this down a little bit. I'm hoping that I can come in here and move some bolts in there and pull something off this way to be able to seal it. If I can't, I think the best thing I can do is put new brakes on here and hope the front ones work, because as soon as I put them on there, it's just going to get oil on them. So yeah, let me take this apart and see what we're looking at here, because right now it don't look good. But keep a level head here. Don't let it kick you too fast, because you won't get over it. Anyways, I'm going to put my phone down, I'm going to take some of that apart, and we'll be back to show you what I find. Alright, well I took the brakes off that were really messed up, and these bolts here are nothing but holding this on. So I did find that this is leaking a bit, but it's still not like this is here. I mean, you can see it everywhere. It's nasty, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna have to go look into some brake parts now, and I think that's gonna do it for this one. We're going to be getting into brakes soon. I mean, we're already halfway there. Or, I'm sorry, 25% of the way there. We're going to have to rebuild this one and fix this. Might as well rebuild these while I'm here, I guess. But, yeah, I think that'll be it. I'm going to go pick up some brake parts and I guess get back to rebuilding them. Gonna need some brake clean, too. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been a real fun time today. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you guys on the next one.